Welcome to my poetry channel. This is Martha Wright, and I tell you right now, this is the only rap poem I've ever written so far. It is called Wrapping Up Officer McCall, and it is in my book, How the Movie Saved My Life and Other Themes, 1961 through 2017. And that book is on Amazon. So this is it. I think it will tell you the story. Wrapping Up Officer McCall. I was out and about in Paso de Robles, a fair city, when on Vine Street, laying in wait, oh, what a pity. A car white and blue, now sirens a-wailin'. I don't know how long it had been a-tailin'. I pulled right over 'cause I knew it was no use to run. That boy in blue stepped out and he shot out my son. I knew he would say driver's license insurance. Well, I beat him to it, I can assure you. I said, "Hell, officer, what is the matter?" His eyes were a-smilin'. Let's cut the chatter. But first he wanted to get one thing straight. For 5 blocks his lights were flashing. Great. Didn't I see them in my rear-view mirror, which he thought was awfully queer? My eyes were on the road, my hands were on the wheel. I didn't say it, but I thought, get real. No, officer, I didn't see your car or light. Was he really a-thinking I should have been a fright? Then he tried to get right to the point, but all I could hear was oink, oink, oink. He said it at a stop sign. You didn't come to a complete stop. At first I kind of liked him, but now I hated that cop. I thought, this is serious, and it was also bad timing. No, wait a minute, it sounds like a crimin'. He tried to smooth it over with an apology to me. Mothers in the area were worried about their kids, you see. I was such a threat to their well-being and safety somehow. I had angered the gods of Paso, and I was in for it. Holy cow. I tried to think back. That street, empty and clean. There were no kids anywhere, and I thought, he was mean. I meditated to imagine that I'd been a California stoppin'. I like maybe my mind had been out a shopping. But even as I meditated, they hadn't completely stopped. I knew it was bogus. And you can't argue with a cop. I wanted to ask how long the law says you must stop and rest to make a complete stop work and not trespass. But I sensed my sassism would not be appreciated. Besides, I really didn't believe a word of it. It was then I boldly stood up for myself and my cognizance, and I said, I don't think so, and I smiled a glance. He said, oh, yes, you did, and what is your record? I said, I don't have one. But he looked quite bored. And back to his car, the god of computers to beckon. Oh, come forth to prove her a liar, I reckon. While his light still a-flashing, I was a-reminiscing. It's always a sight to see someone pulled over, especially at night. I couldn't care less. If he tasered or shot me, I thought, bring it on, you know you got me. With the laws they have now, I've heard it was said, you get pulled over, well, you could end up dead. Well, he finally came back, disappointed to say, your record is clean, but no matter, no way. Here is your ticket. You can have your day in court. He just said it so nice, like I should be a good sport. Not to be overdone, I smiled, okay, Jack. Have a nice day, like a nice in the back. For 46 years in 3 countries I'd driven, no real tickets I'd had. Now barred from driver jobs pending, a fallen woman undone, sad. Epilogue. And if they put out for her, a hunter of the bounty, be smart, full stop. Be sure, full stop. He looks out of this county. It is not known if she went north, south, east, or west, but I'm sure, just as usual, she's just a-driving her best. I heard her a-saying as she drove out of sight, This woman they call her last name is right. For sure it's true as long as I draw breath. I know all poets are in love with death. And if Officer McCall's head is a-shaken, here's some advice he best be a-taken. Better think twice before you pull over a poet. The pen is mightier than the sword, and he better know it.